Right, Hamish, you brought us along Tamaki Drive, so if you're not familiar with Auckland, the city's just over there. Why have you brought us here, Hamish?
Well, I thought this would be an excellent place to discuss the weather and the weather type hazards that we have here in Auckland. As you can see, it's a bit clouding over a bit more than it was this morning, so certainly a pertinent time.
Yeah, so the wind's got up, there's a bit of rain about. Weather is obviously something that can affect everybody, so you know, what are the sorts of things that we need to be careful of?
Yeah, absolutely. So the types of weather phenomenon that we get here in Auckland is we get cyclones, tornadoes, and that brings with it strong winds, heavy rain. Some other storms that you may get in other parts of the country that we don't normally get here in Auckland, but would be snowstorms and that type of thing, lightning, thunder, all those sort of types of weather events will work wonders.
And of course now we're right next to the harbour here.
Yep.
You know, I could imagine talking about those sort of surges, storm surges. This is something that could, you know, be quite relevant in a sort of situation.
Yeah, certainly. So for Auckland, weather is the primary reason that we have inundation or flooding. As you said, caused by storm surges, so as the wind hits the water, it sends the water up above the roads and shorefront properties, but it can also happen through rivers and inundation like that. Lots and lots of rainfall in the high alpine catchments can also flood the low-lying areas as it goes down the river.
And with wind, you know, in the background pages, one of the things that says to be particularly careful of is, you know, projectiles, things flying through the air. What are some of the other effects on property or the environment, you know, that storms can contribute to?
Yeah, certainly. So the important thing to remember for storms, wind is a huge contributing factor. It can pick up debris and fly anywhere, so to be prepared, you'd want to ensure that things are tied down or securely within your homes to avoid that happening. We also have heavy rain. Now, heavy rain can cause a lot of localised surface flooding, particularly here in Auckland. We're well used to that right now, so you want to ensure that there's proper drainage. So that's ensuring that your drains are clear and that there's no debris in the way. Other impacts, so if you have the likes of snowstorms, you know, you get impacts on the land, so you have problems with grazing, crops, damage to property from wind damage, heavy rain, collapsed roofs or roofs flying off, that sort of thing.
And landslides, you know, the heavy rain and that sort of thing?
Yeah, absolutely. So weather is a huge trigger for landslides. Yep.
Yeah. Right, well, yeah, it sure is. The wind is getting up here. Speaking of weather events, not quite the extreme ones we're talking about, but look, we look forward to catching up with you and Hamish and Stan, of course, who's been battling the elements himself this afternoon. Tomorrow, where we look at biological and man-made hazards. So we'll catch you then.
Sounds good.